Welcome to the Recovery Report Live. We're actually live today. We're at the Museum of Graffiti. We have Basil Bettina here today. Unfortunately, we didn't coordinate the sneakers. I'm sorry about that. That's my fault.
So upset about that.
My voice sounds weird, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
what I thought. Well, let me. I don't need notes to introduce you, but I wrote a whole thing here based on some of the stuff you sent me.
Okay.
But global communications expert is one of the taglines you have in your bio, which is interesting because I know you as exactly that, but more like the connector of Miami. Like I always say to you that you know everybody and you're always putting everybody together and connecting everybody.
Yes.
So for me, you're like the queen bee, right? You're the connector.
I'll take that.
And you've done this for over a decade, and now with all your experience and the lessons and the education and all that and all your connections. Now you're the director of the Latin Builder Association, the biggest association in the construction industry for sure across the country, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And you certainly run the show. You are the queen bee of the LBA as well. So welcome. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
So first and foremost, let's talk about. We always want to talk about real estate, business, and then the insurance industry, which all three I think really touch on the LBA. Obviously, it's every luncheon, every event, something that has to do with development, construction, which insurance and everything business ties into. So what I wanted to do today was kind of talk about those couple of things. First, though, I want to talk about business because one of the things I told you before that I was surprised you left off of the notes, the bio you sent me was you're an entrepreneur at heart.
Yes,
and I know how hard you work and I know how you don't sleep. So let's talk about that though. So I want to start there. So we'll talk about you're Miami, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Been here
in the County of Dade.
County of Dade, 305 till you die.
Yes.
And you grow up in this world. You know everybody, and you start this business, a jewelry line, Rocks Anonymous, I think it's called, right?
Yes.
Now, so for me, why I bring it up is I'm like, Rockefeller is my favorite, rap group, brand, distribution company, record company, whatever you want to call them, obviously. Right. And so it's a little line there, a little correlation. But tell us about you.
Okay.
Tell us about your entrepreneur spirit and your first business, and is it coming back? I want to know what's the next step here, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff. Okay, so tell us about you.
So I was fresh out of college, needed to make some money, started selling jewelry, just piecing little things on the side. I would schlep my way around Siebold Building every single weekend, designing things, figuring out how, I fell in love, let's just say, with the Cartier Love Bracelet, and I wanted to make my own cool piece. And it's ironic that we're here at the Museum of Graffiti because at the time I had a friend of mine write out the word love in graffiti for me, and that was my first signature piece of jewelry.
Wow, great.
I should have brought it actually, that would have been really cool. So I had no idea how to bring that to life. So I was just knocking on doors, meeting people, figuring out how on earth I can do this. Long story short, I met someone who introduced me to this man who had an in-house facility. He would produce jewelry for Neiman Marcus and for all these other brands. He was a one-stop shop versus me going to a different person at the Siebold Building, which would ultimately take me 3 months to make one piece of jewelry. Yeah. Met this guy. I designed a full-blown collection. And I was young. I must have been maybe 23 years old. Yeah. Made a business plan, had a business partner, got featured in a ton of national magazines. And then just, life takes its course. I wound up getting hired by the global marketing company to represent these really big brands. Yeah. So I kind of paused on that, and then I started focusing on all these other brands like Cartier and all the brands that I looked up to and started doing all their marketing and everything. So I did that for many years, and then I transitioned to the hospitality industry. I started working for Groot Hospitality. At the time, we were managing several nightclubs, several restaurants, and we were in the process of opening up more restaurants. So that was an incredible experience just in and of itself, I always tell people I learn the most about myself, and I have the utmost respect for people in the hospitality industry, I'll tell you that much.
It's a hard business.
It's a very hard business.
You don't sleep at all.
No.
Yeah.
2 phones, no sleep, no holidays, no nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I kind of had to put the jewelry on the side, but I've always told myself, that's actually, I love designing. I love being creative. So hopefully one day I'll be able to pick that up again.
Good. I hope so.
Yeah.
You should.
Thank you.
You should. And so you took all of that experience, right? And again, I call you the connector because you know everybody, obviously from your past corporate work, and then hustling to build the business, and then going into the hospitality business, right? That for me, that like fits you. That's kind of who you are. That's how I know you, right? So now at the LBA, now you're connecting everybody.
Correct.
And you're in the heart of the real estate business, right?
Correct.
But I think we'll get to that. But first, let's talk about some of your family stuff too, because I know your dad very well. Love him to death, and your mom too. I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so you have this family where you are in the heart of the real estate business, and particularly down here, but really on a national scale too. So you have Magic City Investments,
correct?
And you're always doing things, with that. We talk about properties and commercial real estate all the time,
correct?
So that's also something that you do among all the other things that you do. But tell us about that a little bit too. Let's get into the real estate stuff.
Okay, so like you said, I love bridging connections. That's my thing, I have met such great people, but obviously, my family has been involved in real estate since I was a little girl. Starting from my mom flipping houses when I was little. So I've always been around that. And then my father, as you mentioned, he has Magic City Investments, and he also has 2 brokerages for RE/MAX.
Yeah.
So my mom handles more the residential side. My dad's involved in commercial. Investments and managing properties, and I've always helped my family any way I can. So my long-term goal, I would love to continue in the family business. So this was kind of just, this opportunity with the Latin Builders was just a natural fit for me.
Of course. Brings everything together.
Exactly.
Literally.
I'm tying everything together. I love my job. I love meeting new people, and I love helping people. So it's just been a natural fit. And that's pretty much it. Good.
So it really is truly a family affair. I think we've gone to lunch before. Your sister's been there. I mean, it's just like, I even sent a text. I was like, that was awesome. Usually
we
it's
are
not like
family,
that.
And it's funny. I'm very close to my family, but it's also funny because the company I work for, we treat everyone like family too.
Yeah, so, I'd have to say that one of the things that we loved the most about the LBA was when we first joined.
Right.
And it was like right around the fishing tournament. And that was like, ultimately that was kind of the underlying thing. Oh, the LBA is having, let's check it out. Let's figure out what's going on, and if we would be accepted, and if we have an opportunity here to,
Right.
And I just remember the first fishing tournament was unbelievable. We got lucky. For whatever reason, nobody sponsored the weigh-in station, so now it's ours.
That is yours.
That's ours. We own that.
That's grandfathered in. I'm saying it. I'm on the record right now.
Right. There you go. But oddly enough, no one, maybe it's not the most important part of the weekend, but for me, I was like, wait, hold on.
That's it.
Everybody's here to fish for a tournament that has no sponsor for the weigh-in station. Okay. I jumped on that right away, obviously. So it's been great. And the more of the reason why that I loved it is I've never seen anything like that in my whole career where it was so family oriented.
It is.
Kids fishing tournament,
Correct.
Everybody's there.
Correct.
And you guys do a great job
Thank
about
you.
that. I think the easiest or the best way for me to describe like the LBA just in general for you guys, and this is under your tutelage, you're the director, right? So it's you guys make it so easy to join, become a member, and get to know everybody. And not every association, not every group is like that, right? Some groups are really, I don't want to say standoffish, but they're really rigid, and you get there and you try to meet people and talk, and it's just like everyone has their guard up or whatever. And then you have the LBA, which is the complete opposite. So you have, for me, those are kind of the two sides of the spectrum, right?
I think we really pride ourselves in that.
Right.
We love to treat our members like family. We love to get to know them. We love to understand exactly what they're trying to gain out of the association, and we really put our heart and soul into trying to bring that to life.
Yeah, and I think that, like I said, you guys make that so easy for everybody. So anybody that's looking to join the LBA, obviously, we have a luncheon on Friday.
Yes, we do.
We're bringing a bunch of people. I'm going to introduce all of them to Bettina and Bella and Nate and everybody and Tony. I mean, like, it is like a family.
It is a family.
So you are embraced.
And I will add to that, It is like a family, but I truly have the best team ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would survive without the girls at the office. Nathan, Bella, if you're watching, I love you girls. And we have an incredible president also, Anthony. Can't wait for these next 2 years.
Tony is my man. Gus for me was
And
my
Gus was
first.
incredible.
Yeah, my first like president when coming. I mean, Gus has been like whether he knows it or not. For me, he's been a huge influence. Like a big brother. I mean, we don't know each other that well, like a big brother would be, but I really look up to Gus. Like I watch him, I see how he speaks, I see how he commands the room, and I see what he's done. I mean, for me, like I always tell him, you might not know it, Gus, but you're a big influence on me. So.
You and I both, because I came under his presidency also. And he was an incredible mentor. I couldn't be more thankful.
And the association's in a tremendous position compared to when he started, obviously because of the pandemic.
Correct.
And his legacy
Correct.
Is cemented at the end of the day. So.
Correct. He really transformed it, and I know Anthony's also going to take. Gus raised the bar, and Anthony's also going to take it to the next level.
Yeah,
right
Tony's
now,
got big plans.
Big plans.
I'm very excited to help out as much as I can and be involved. Obviously, I'm a director now. I'm on the board now, so like we've been trying to get all this stuff done. I'm on the finance committee. I mean, I jumped in because again, you guys make it so easy, and I want to be around. I want to be around. I want to help out and do all that stuff that is necessary to make the association thrive. So that's pretty good. All right. So we talked about real estate.
Yes.
Talked about business. We talked about the LBA, obviously. I don't know. We can talk about insurance if you want. I don't know how fun that'll be.
How well versed I am?
Well, no, just in general. I mean, who cares? It's not very fun to talk about insurance all the time.
We can.
But with that being said, I think just going back to what you talked about before in the beginning. For me, right, the entrepreneurial spirit, the connector that you are, and then translating all of your kind of skill sets, your experience, and your education into everything that you're doing. What's next? I mean, hopefully maybe we get the jewelry line back.
That
would be cool.
I would love to relaunch that. That would be in the far future.
Yeah.
In the near future, I'm fully in LBA mode right now.
Yeah.
I mean, our association has grown so much this past year, and naturally, we've had to ramp up all of our events. If we've essentially more than doubled in size, so we have to double our events. We have to double everything.
I'm on the finance committee. I know.
Exactly.
No, it's
exactly.
You guys did such a tremendous job.
Exactly. So we have a lot for this upcoming year. Yeah. Pray for me. Yeah. But we're going to kick off the year with our installation gala, which happens every 2 years, every time there's a new president. It's going to be taking place in Doral. It's going to be huge. We're expecting, I want to say maybe over 800 attendees for this gala. It's going to be great. Yeah. This is where we officially honor our new president and our new board of directors and everything. So it's going to be really, really cool.
The last one was packed. I mean, packed.
Yes.
You didn't sit down. It was a great event. It was packed.
Exactly. So this, great. I mean, you know our events. So this is going to be one for the books. Yeah. And then there's no downtime here. So it's back-to-back planning, back-to-back making everyone happy. So hopefully one day when things calm down a little bit, I'll be able to pick that up again.
Hustle.
Okay. Hustle.
Awesome. All right.
Team no sleep over here.
That's it. Team no sleep. Hustle. 305 till you die.
305 till I die.
I'm a transplant now. I'm here, so we'll figure it all out.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And next time for sure we'll do another episode and you'll come and we'll bring the kicks.
All right.
We'll do a kick check.
We gotta coordinate our outfits. You can't do me like that.
I know. That was my fault. That was totally my fault. I'm sorry about that. All right, so thank you. That was great. Hopefully that was pretty easy. Like I said, we're just having a conversation.
Yeah, this is easy.
Something we're used to, obviously. But again, I think for me, just to kind of wrap it all up, I appreciate that you have taken me under your wing. I appreciate the LBA and the for un abrazo is like the saying, right? A big hug. And I'm a hugger. You know me. I hug everybody. But so thank you for coming on today. Enjoy, walk around, take a look, hang out for a little while.
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
And we're gonna do an official formal back in the studio at some point when you have time, and
awesome.
we'll do a whole thing. We'll expand a little bit more on some of these things and do it all, and we'll talk a lot more about the LBA too, so we can use it for for new members, potential members. So
sounds good.
Thank you. It was awesome. Good.
Good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.